As we gather this day, we come on this Palm Sunday. Now, if you are like me, you have had different experiences of this Sunday over the course of your lifetime, and perhaps have even heard it called different things. Palm Sunday or Passion Sunday, which in a sense can create this dichotomy within us as to whether we are called to celebrate and get excited, or if we're supposed to come in and be very solemn and be thinking about what is going to be happening over the course of this week as we move through Holy Week, as we prepare for Maundy, Thursday, and Good Friday. And physics, or people who are involved in physics, tell us that two things can't be held in that same space. And even emotionally, we struggle with what it means if we have these great emotions of excitement as well as these emotions of struggle, of turmoil, of loss, of wonder. That it's hard to hold them all in one space. Yet I would invite us to think a little more largely about what it means for us to come together as a community on this Sunday. The way that I've been thinking about Palm Sunday and what it entails and who we are as a community of faith is not so different than those people boarding an airplane. How many of you, upon entering an airplane, have sat down and looked around at the faces around you and wondered, what's their story? Where are they going today? Are they off on some exciting vacation, or coming back from one where they're feeling recharged? Or perhaps this has been one of those vacations that was a little bit draining, with kids or parents in tow and trying to figure out how to work through that. Perhaps it's going off to school with both the excitement and the trepidation of what that entails. Perhaps there are a couple of people on that airplane who have had to purchase those fearful last-minute tickets as they are going home to mourn, feeling that deep sense of loss, of bereavement. Perhaps they're on the airplane. They're the toddlers squealing. Older people sitting reflecting. Others just pulling out a book and wanting the flight to be done. And as we come this day, we recognize that each of us comes with our own story as to what brings us to Palm Sunday and how we enter into Holy Week. There are some who are definitely in the vacation mode today, ready to wave the branches and be excited about what is going on. And there are those who are already thinking ahead in terms of what it means with the loss or the challenges of life. There are those who are squealing and those who are contemplative. And we allow ourselves to come as a community and for all of that to be held together, richly and wonderfully. Knowing that there is not one right answer to this day, but rather it invites us into the full experience of what it means to be human. What it means to be people in the midst of a challenging time. And we hear about this one who enters Jerusalem. Who enters Jerusalem knowing this is really going to be his last big thing. Now, there's been one thing after another that has been exciting and wonderful leading up to this. There have been miracles upon miracles. There have been great times of teaching. And most recently we have heard that he has been in Bethany with oil, nard, poured out over his feet. A great sense of intimacy with Mary. And now he sends his disciples ahead to get a donkey, to carry him into Jerusalem. And the people throw down their palms and their cloaks, and they are excited to have him come. They have been putting hope after hope into this one. Excitement is there to think that this one could be the one that will change Israel, that will change their lives. And yet, in the midst of this, we hear Jesus offer a new way of being. And I would guess most of us, like many of the people of Jesus' day and age, aren't so sure about these words that Jesus puts before us, and also the expectations that are there. In fact, many authors and theologians today say that here in the United States, we are much more comfortable with Jesus the Christ as Superman than we are with Jesus the Christ who kneels down and washes feet, or invites the outcasts and the wanderers to the table, or puts out a hand to heal the blind or the leper. We would much rather have someone come swooping in and saying, "I'll fix it for you," and then to go charging off to take on the forces of evil. Rather, what happens this day is that Jesus draws this community near and says, "Are you ready to both hear and participate in what this is to be about? Are you ready to come to the table, to hear these words, 'Blessed are you, O Lord our God, creator of the universe. For in your wisdom you have formed us. For in your wisdom you have given us light. In your wisdom you have given us the fruit of the vine, the bread of the earth.'" And in taking those simple things, those elements of Passover, claims a community to be a new people that is not going to go charging in Superman fashion into the heart of Jerusalem or even the heart of Rome, but rather is going to say, "You are going to be a new